Okay, Fortune Radio, 65 miles an hour, northbound, Interstate 25, just leaving a interview at Guitar Center. And it went well. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to say that I knocked it out of the park, but I was Sammy Sosa in that motherfucker. And yeah, I feel good about it. And I really don't like corporate America that much. And Guitar Center, you can't get much more corporate America than that. But at the end of the day, I need a fucking job. I need a nice, stable job. You know what I'm saying? Because I got fired from Gravity Music Gear. Fired. Just kicked out on the street. And, it's not really the classiest thing to talk about, ex-employers, and it doesn't look good for new employers because they're like, oh, well, what's going to happen if I fire this guy? Is he going to talk shit on me on his podcast afterwards? Well, yeah, I'm going to. It's not classy, but it's just dude, it has to be said. This motherfucker, and I'm not going to say any names, but it just doesn't make any, it doesn't make any sense because, all right, he texts me at 8 p.m. on a Saturday night, and he says, your processing is getting worse, which is, us processing items, getting them in, cleaning them up, making sure they're good to go, getting them on the sales floor. He says, your processing's getting worse. You're just calling it in. I'm going to chalk it up to the pot. Period. Chalk it up to the pot. It's what? It's I listen to jazz and work on guitars all day, and I can't take a couple of hits of my vape pen? What the fuck? And it's not like I'm smoking blunts, reeking of skunk weed and coming in all fucked out, all bloodshot eyes. No, I'm contributing to the shop, big time. Doing setups, doing minor repairs, working with customers, looking up fucking instruments and finding market value on them and putting work in and contributing to the shop. And I'm not an asshole, And I fucking love that job. I love that job. And whatever. The boss didn't fucking like me. Whatever. I don't think I was slacking off. I really don't, but maybe I was. Whatever. But it's dude, I was posting videos on Instagram promoting that guy's shop multiple times a week. So, and he wasn't paying me extra for that. And I wasn't getting commission on the shit that I was selling. It was just yeah, I like this shop. I like you as a boss. And this is, I'm going to try to contribute the best I can. And this motherfucker shoots me a text and just fucking kicks me out on the street. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. So whatever, good riddance. I got everything that I needed to get out of that shop. They taught me how to set up guitars. You know what I mean? When I went in there, I couldn't string up a classical guitar. I couldn't set up a Floyd Rose. I'd never set up a banjo before or a dulcimer or fucking, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was huge, and I'm grateful, and I really shouldn't be talking shit, but I'm just pissed about it, But one door closes, another door opens, and I'm just one foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I fucking nailed this interview. I'm so pumped. These motherfuckers, you get commission on sales. I'm gonna be slinging guitars. Yeah, I'm going to be getting commission on sales. Are you kidding me? Yeah, yeah, dude. And straight up, this fool, one of the guys that was interviewing me, he's in college for sales. And he's the full-time sales guy. And towards the end of the interview, he's oh, I have a question. He's hey, yeah, what's the most important part of sales? What would you say is the most important part of sales? I'm it's not even about what you're selling. It's about relatability. It's about the connection to the customer. And just a nice, friendly connection. And honestly, product knowledge is huge. Uh, but you don't even need to know what you're fucking selling. You don't even need to know. I mean, that's when the bullshit comes in. And a lot of people have got a bullshit radar. So you gotta watch out for people with bullshit radar. You know what I'm saying? And, obviously product knowledge is better if you know what the fuck you're talking about. And that goes for anything in this world. But he's like, yeah, that's absolutely right. And he was like blown away. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, my father is a fucking salesman. And that shit's in my blood. Like, I could sell snow to a fucking Eskimo. You know what I mean? Just tell him it's that Ricky Bobby shit. Or not Ricky Bobby, fucking Waterboy. Like glacier shit. That special glacier shit. Nah, I don't know. I'm talking shit right now. God, I gotta pee so bad. Unreal. God, I gotta pee so bad. Alright. So, Fortune Radio, solo episode. Tomorrow we got Sean from, and he just said he wants to go by Sean M. I wasn't supposed to say his last name. That's okay. I don't know why he doesn't like his last name. This is awesome. It's so friendly. It's such a friendly last name. Anyway, he's a thrasher. He kills it on guitar. Not like a thrasher like Sling Blade. Like he's not murdering people. No, like he kills. Not people, but on stage. He performs. He's a performer. He's a musician. He plays some backing tracks, but he's also rocking a Gibson. He's also rocking a Gibson ES335. And that's kind of how we started talking. And I met this guy. I was like, dude, that guitar's awesome. And, his is the gloss finish. Mine's the satin finish. But, like, together, cumulatively, we are the ES 670 crew. Because we both have 335s. And that's just a little math. That's just a little math joke for you. A little mathematics on the fly, if you will. Oh, God. Money's tight right now. Not gonna lie. Not gonna fucking lie. My budget was set for a household with 2 incomes. And, my girlfriend left me high and dry. I'm not saying it's entirely her fault. It was just a joint venture, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad, but we're still friends. But yeah, dude, my budget, God, my fucking bank account is fucked right now. It's just so fucked right now. And that's fine. I will make more money. That's something I try to keep in the back of my head. It's this mantra of, there's more money out there. There's more money to be made. I will make more money. You know what I mean? And I'll be damned if I've got a hefty bank account and I get hit by a bus the next day. You know what I'm saying? Saving all your money, doing all the right things, eating right, doing yoga. You know what I'm saying? Gluten-free, Atkins diet, whatever the fuck you're doing. Bank account's looking good. And then you just get hit by a bus. Like what kind of, like that could just happen. Or shit happened to one of my best friends. Drummer for Limberwolf. Fucking Tim. Love that guy. Yeah, he lived a great life. Awesome guy, positive guy. Taught kids music. Did yoga. Ate right. Healthy. Family man, died of cancer. Rest in peace. So it's like, dude, it doesn't even matter. Like, dude, I've known so many awesome people that have died too soon and didn't deserve it. And it's like, I know so many people that are shitheads that are still going strong. And it's strange, It makes you wonder. It makes me wonder. It's like the shitheads deserve to be here. It makes me feel like we're kind of in limbo. I got this weird feeling like Earth is purgatory. And we're just waiting around And I don't know if it's my heritage because that's what the Jews believe. The Jews don't believe in hell. And maybe that's because they're so risque and they don't want to believe it. Maybe it is real, maybe it's not. Jews don't believe in hell. They believe in purgatory. They believe in heaven and they believe in purgatory. So instead of going to hell, you go to limbo, you go to some hallway, with an infinite amount of people, and they're all just sitting there on a bench, head down, in silence, waiting. And I mean, even Hitler's going to be there. And so the thing is, the idea is that depending on how bad you are in your previous life, that's how long you have to stay in purgatory for. And the only way to escape purgatory, which is cool, it is cool that there is an escape from purgatory. Because that's the thing about hell is like you're there for eternity, you're fucked, you're getting fucked in the ass by Satan. That's it. Forever. For eternity. There's no second chances in hell, as far as I know. But this whole idea with purgatory is the way to get out of purgatory is by people praying for you. People praying for you and believing in you and sending good energy your way will release you from the shackles of purgatory. And I think that's a pretty cool idea. You know what I mean? And that basically ensures that, folks like Hitler, they're probably going to be staying in purgatory forever, which might as well be hell. I was just praying for Hitler. If you're praying for Hitler to get out of purgatory, you need to check yourself. You need to second guess the life that you're living. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. All right. Purgatory aside, God, I gotta piss so bad. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to pee and record it while I'm peeing. That's going to be kind of like one of my signature things. It's going to be kind of like a segment on my podcast, a pee segment. So anyways, all right. Nike endorsement. Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So I got this new pair of Billie Eilish Air Force Ones and they're fucking sick. And, I saw them online and I was like, what the fuck? Like, those are the coolest Nikes I've ever seen. And I was like, I ordered them straight up. I was like, dude, those will be mine. And I'm doing research on them. I'm like, Billie Eilish, these are Billie Eilish shoes? Can I really rock Billie Eilish shoes? Is that weird? I don't know, like a huge Billie Eilish fan. Like, she's cool or whatever. Like, I respect the hell out of her. And then I'm thinking, dude, this bitch is endorsed by Nike. Like, she has multiple custom Nike Air Force One models out. And I'm like, Billie Eilish hasn't shot a layup in years. When's the last time Billie Eilish threw a layup into a hoop? You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute, high school gym class. Maybe she went to the park, had a pickup game with Miley Cyrus or whatever. You know what I mean? But these shoes are dope, and I'm like, dude, oh yes, this is great. And I'm all about manifestation. So like right now, I will get a Nike endorsement deal. You know what I'm saying? And I will. I will. Just period. And it's like, dude, I don't have to be a fucking triathlete. I don't have to be a fucking Olympic swimmer to get sponsored by Nike. Like, those motherfuckers are handing out sponsorships. And so I'm like, oh God, like, they're so sick, these fucking Air Force Ones. Because I'm an Air Force One guy, period. And so I go, and then I'm like all pumped, and I'm like, all right. And then I go to Nike.com, and I'm like, all right, this is sick. I'm looking into Nike.com because I'm like, dude, I'm going to get endorsed by Nike. Like, let's see what these fools have to offer. Like, what's up, Like, I'm going to have to get some joggers while I'm at it, just to get into the mindset. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, looking at their site, and you can customize your own pair of Nikes. And I'm like, dude, you want to talk about fucking manifestation? I'm going to customize my own pair of Nikes right now. I was like, I can't afford this shit. Of course, I'm doing all this when I have a job. And I got 2 jobs, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'll treat myself, customize a pair of Air Force Ones. And they're not that much more expensive, to be honest, to get your own custom pair. They're really not. But I'm like, yeah, dude, like, I'm going to be doing this shit on a higher scale, like, at the Nike factory. Like, talking with some Japanese artist. Like, yeah, fool. Like, I want the eyelets to be gold, motherfucker. No, silver, probably. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. Like, I want those canvas. I don't want those leather. I want those canvas. You know. And I got a nice little embroidered message on the back of each shoe, and it's just dope. I can't believe, and I'm an all black Air Force One man, and I don't know. We talked on one of the episodes about it, and it's all black Air Force Ones are kind of bad luck. There's like this stigma that if you have all black Air Force Ones, you're just gonna like murder somebody or steal from them or whatever. So these are like all black Air Force Ones with their half leather, half canvas, and they've got Nike. They got a white swoosh on. They got like so like the logos are all white, so it's like not entirely all black. So I'm trying to avoid the hex. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Flaming Lips. Great album. Uh, yeah, man. All right, sick. So I'm pulling up at work. Thank God. I got to pee so bad. And that's the beauty of being a man, is you can just whip it out and pee wherever you want. But I'm not an animal. You know what I mean? I'm not a filthy animal. There's probably cameras all over this fucking place. Uh, I bought an $8 smoothie. Right through me. Thinking to myself, how much is a banana? You know, how much does a banana cost? How much does ice cost? How much is the salary of this pissed off Gen Z kid that won't even say hello to me when I walk in the door? I'm like, this motherfucker, he doesn't even say hello to me when I walk in the door, which is fine. It's like, who the fuck am I? You know, what I just deserve a greeting? Well, it's like, no, I'm about to spend $8 on a smoothie. You know what I'm saying? You would think I get a hand wave at least from this motherfucker. Whatever. I'm not worried about it, but I seriously am about to pee my pants. Oh, God. Almost got ran over by a 4Runner. Talk about manifestation. That truck will be mine. 4Runners are sick, man. I had a Toyota 4Runner for a little while, 95. And that thing was a tank, man. Badass vehicle. Those new 4Runners are sick, man. The white ones kind of look like stormtrooper vehicles, which is a good look, if you ask me. Anything that looks like a stormtrooper would pilot it is a good look. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to this coffee shop. I'm too old to be pissing my pants, you know? I'm way too old for that shit. I'm too young for that shit, or whatever. You know? Because you gotta stop pissing your pants once you're what? 3, 4? 2, 3? Well, then it's like okay for you to start peeing your pants again once you're like what? 80? 90? I don't know. We'll see. I should be able to make it. I don't know this one. Streets of Hotel Margata. Beautiful. Bougie. Definitely. Classy. Classy to the least. Recording. Is this thing on? 20 minutes. Not bad. Not at all. I'll make it. Dude, alright. Let me urinate with such force. Alright. Is that really what this podcast has become? Me talking about number one? What else do I want to talk about? I don't know. Fuck. The reaction on the face of a black man when I tell him that I'm starting a hip hop group. Every black dude that I tell them I'm a hip hop group, they give me a look like, "You a hip hop group?" Yeah, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, I like Fatty B and poetry. Why is that? How's that a weird thing? A white Jewish kid? Yes. What should I be making? Fucking songs about the dreidel and fucking Hava Nagila Hava? Is this the place? No. God, I'm so close. There it is. The Bluegrass. Coffee and Bourbon Lounge. Very hip. Public restroom. Jesus Christ. You hate to be the guy who just comes into an establishment, takes a piss without buying anything. But it's like, oh, I had like 3 cups of coffee. Oh, God. Oh, my God. There's the moose that looks at me while I piss. The hip coffee shop. Uh, yeah, you hate to be the guy that just comes in and uses the facilities without buying anything. But, there's not time yet. 11:03. So I don't even have to be at work for another hour. What does that mean? What does that mean for this podcast? It means I'm gonna go fishing for a vagrant. Go fishing for a vagrant. Because honestly, vagrants have the best stories. They do. And I don't even know. It's probably not PC to call them vagrants anymore. At this point, you don't want to can't even call anybody homeless anymore. You gotta call them houseless. Or what is it? With those without a house? What's the PC? I'm so tired of this whole PC thing. It's like, what can't I just, my intention is not horrible. You know? Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, I could not feel better. I feel so much better. Alright. Another thing. I know this is gonna sound gross. A lot of girls should admit. Just taking a piss on a podcast on the internet. Uh, Showering. I hadn't showered in 3 days? 4 days? I know that's disgusting, but is it really? I don't know. Like a little bit, sure, but dude, I got in that shower. I smoked a bowl out of my bong, got into the shower, and it felt so good. I felt like $1,000,000. And it's just small victories in this life. Like a nice pee in a hip coffee shop after a long hold. You know? Those are the simple victories in this life that I live for. It's free. It's free, man. Take a pee. Hold your pee, then go take a pee. It's free. Alright, well, let's talk about something real. Beautiful view of the mountains. Crisp day. You know. New year. New beginnings. So I'm riding this wave, and I'm talking to a couple different girls. And I'm riding this wave, and I feel good about it. And then I'm like, yeah, things are going great. And then one of them cancels on me. One of them doesn't even live in this state. One of them won't answer my calls. And then I'm like, all right, fine. I need to just chill out. I can't afford a girlfriend anyway. Are you kidding me? God, I'd love to just sit back and, watch The Office with a beautiful woman. You know, eat some eat some cookie dough ice cream. You just snuggle with a beautiful woman. You know, Watch Steve Carell act a fool. Does that sound good? Yeah, you're gonna tell me there's not any decent women out there that want that experience. Like, please get in touch with me. Check out my website. Drop me a line. Fucking write me a message in the Spotify Q&A. I don't give a shit. Like, what? You want to go grab a coffee? Like, what am I, a womanizer? Yeah, yeah, whatever, man. I said, come on. I'm just a man. You know? Nothing more, nothing less. Just a fucking man on the hunt. I feel like one of those fucking birds, man. I feel like one of those birds in the jungle. Just dancing around, trying to find a mate. Just like clearing my area and dancing around, letting my peacock feathers fly. Just flashing all my colors in a very non-gang related way. And just trying to get mine. Trying to let her get hers. Start a family. You know? Wouldn't that be beautiful? God, that'd be beautiful. So yeah, but I know it reeks of desperation. That's the thing. Women can smell desperation from a mile away. They're like, oh, this guy's got 2 jobs and he wants a family. He's stable. I don't think so. He's not for me. Where's the guy with the face tattoo? Smells like urine. That's the guy that I want. I don't understand what the deal with that is. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I'll figure it out. Like I said, I can't afford a girlfriend anyway. What I do want, what I think would be great, is just a nice, wealthy, OnlyFans model or somebody. Oh God, I just found out that Nicolas Cage has a daughter. I know this makes me sound like a creep or whatever, but like, yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with Nicolas Cage. I'm messing around with the little Nicolas Cage AI and putting some content together with Nicolas Cage in it. It's funny to me. And somehow or another, I figured out that he's got a daughter, and she's like in her mid-20s, and like she's pretty. I mean, she looks kind of like Nicolas Cage, so it's pretty fucking weird. I'm just like, oh my God, can you imagine dating Nicolas Cage's daughter? She's got quite the nest egg. You know, she's got the Cage trust fund. You know what I mean? But she does look a little bit like Nick Cage. And if you're making sweet, passionate love to Nick Cage's daughter, uh, you definitely got to dim the lights a little bit because it does look like Nick Cage, like Con Air Nick Cage. Like a national treasure Nick Cage. And but it's like really what I was thinking. And I was thinking my way to justify hooking up with Nicolas Cage's daughter is it's a tribute. She's a tribute to Nick Cage. And ultimately, she's the best thing Nick Cage has ever created. A living, breathing, beautiful tribute to Nick Cage. And I'm thinking, yeah, she would look good in lingerie. You know what I mean? And her Instagram, or no, her TikTok handle is Nick Cage's daughter. And I'm like, good God. You're really living in daddy's shadow. And that's okay. And you may need a new daddy, but I'm here. I'm around. So, that's fine. You know what I mean? All right, I'll be here. I'll be here for her. And, God, that'd be great. Can you imagine going to Thanksgiving at Nicolas Cage's house and just like going into Nicolas Cage's study and just like having a scotch with Nicolas Cage? Just like, sir, uh, I'd love to take your daughter's hand in marriage. I found her on TikTok. She's a little young for me, but I'll look after her. I'll protect her. Uh, You were great in Gone in 60 Seconds. I almost bought a Mustang. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something along those lines. Like, Nicolas Cage is your father-in-law. You can open up a restaurant. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit you can get into. But it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the love. It's about the love that I have for Nicolas Cage's daughter. And whatever, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just taking it one day at a time. We'll see. So I don't know. I think that's about it. I guess I can just sort of wrap it up. Do I have anything else crazy to talk about? I've got a list for tomorrow, for tomorrow's episode. Uh, and I just want to go into it because there's some funny shit on it. And I kind of already went into it a little bit, but I won't. We'll just wait for tomorrow. You guys are great. You guys are beautiful. Just like oozing mojo. All of you. All my listeners are just oozing mojo and sexuality, beauty, peace, enlightenment. And that's just my listeners. They're good people. So I just want to say thanks for listening. And, come by, Lions Lair on a Wednesday. Square on a Sunday. Watch me put my set together. Say hello. Drop me a line on Spotify or YouTube. Say hello. I want to talk to you. I want to put a face to the ears. Alright? Alright. Much love. Portia Radio.